Welcome to this complete guide to climbing Mount Kilimanjaro. In this video, we will explore the most commonly asked questions and aim to provide you with all the information and tools you need to expertly plan your dream trip. So, what are we waiting for? Rising above the plains of Northern Tanzania, Mount Kilimanjaro is a snow-capped dormant volcano overlooking the Kenyan border. It's the tallest peak on the African continent, standing at a lofty 5,895 meters above sea level. Choosing a route will be one of the most important decisions you will make, so it's important to get right. Kilimanjaro has a total of 7 established routes. Each has their own level of difficulty and unique set of characteristics. So, how do you decide? Well, your choice boils down to 4 main considerations. Most importantly, the acclimatization profile. Routes with poor acclimatization profiles that climb too high too quickly usually have high rates of failure, so watch out. Duration. How many days of trekking are involved? Kilimanjaro routes most commonly last between 7 and 9 days. Price, which is closely connected to days spent on the mountain. The longer a route, the higher the cost. Last but not least, beauty. All routes are absolutely gorgeous in their own right, but some stand out for their pretty campsites, sweeping vistas, sunsets, and varied terrain. Others are less crowded, offering great solitude. So, which route should you pick? This depends on what you're looking for in terms of these 4 factors. To help you, at Follow Alice we have shortlisted the following 3 routes, beginning with our 2 favorites. The Northern Circuit. The longest, both in distance and days, and best of all routes for acclimatization and success rate. We love the Northern Circuit for the seclusion and solitude found on the beautiful, uncrowded northern slopes. We think this route perfectly suits those with a little extra time and cash, and for climbers seeking a relatively steadier, more leisurely journey to the summit. Simply put, it's one of the finest ways to experience Mount Kilimanjaro without question. The Lemosho route, offering fantastic acclimatization and the chance to stay in some of the most striking campsites on Kilimanjaro. We think that it is the most beautiful of all routes and showcases the mountain's distinct climate zones most effectively. The Lemosho route strikes a very sweet balance between all 4 factors and as a result tops our shortlist. In third place, we have the Mchame route. The Mchame route is by far the most popular route on the mountain. It shares similarities with the Lemosho route as they join after a few days. It is a profoundly beautiful route that can be climbed safely and conveniently within a week. Its popularity does mean it can be somewhat crowded in peak season. Over 50% of all climbers take this route, but undoubtedly for a good reason. A quick note to end this chapter. For any 45+ climbers out there, we strongly recommend a minimum 8-day climb. Nothing makes us happier to see our clients climb contently and successfully. And from experience, this is how to achieve it for this age group. So when is the best time to climb Mount Kilimanjaro? At Follow Alice, we recommend climbing Kilimanjaro during the 2 dry seasons, anywhere between mid-December and March or between mid-June and October, where you're most likely to enjoy the brightest, driest, and most stable weather conditions. Mount Kilimanjaro is open to climbers all year round, but most folks opt to avoid the wettest and coldest months, where stubborn rain, poor visibility, and slippery rocks often blight the mountainside. April, May, and November, for this reason, are best avoided by most people. For those quite keen to miss the heavier crowds, climbing in March or October, just before the onset of the rainy seasons, is the best hedge to both poor weather and peak crowds. How much does it cost to climb Kilimanjaro? The long answer here is that it really depends. The length of your climb, place of origin, and taste for luxury will have the greatest bearing on how much you spend. Although it must be said that luxury on Mount Kilimanjaro is a very relative term. The vague, short answer is that the average climber will spend in total around $4,000 to $5,000 to travel to Tanzania, climb Mount Kilimanjaro, and return home. So what costs are involved? Let's break them down. The climb itself, or what you pay for your tour operator, flights to and from Tanzania, tipping, travel meds and vaccinations, tourist visa, travel insurance. A few important notes here. Please make sure to obtain suitable travel insurance that covers trekking up to 6,000 meters. It's absolutely crucial. Next, tipping is ultimately discretionary. However, it is a long-standing, universal custom on Mount Kilimanjaro and supplements the working wages of the team. As noted, the largest chunk of expenditure will be for the trip itself, run by your chosen tour operator. But what does that include, you may ask? Your tour operator handles all pre-departure admin, covers the national park and crew fees, as well as preparing you extensively for your climb. At Follow Alice, we also provide you with a cozy lodge before and after your climb. Your tour operator also provides your group with the mountain crew, consisting of a lead guide, secondary guide, a cook, and porters. On the mountain itself, they take care of everything from cooking, cleaning, pitching camp, carrying luggage and supplies, to your safety and well-being on the mountain. Not to mention your safe and successful passage to Uhuru Peak. It really is a big operation. But do all operators charge the same? Generally speaking, Kilimanjaro tour operators fall into 3 price categories. Budget operators, which typically offer a 7-day climb for under $1,900. Value for money operators from between $1,900 and $3,500, and luxury operators costing above $3,500. How do you choose which operator to climb with? Our best advice would be to do your proper research. What does each operator offer and include? Do they conduct the climb themselves or outsource it to a local outfitter? Study their safety standards and thoroughly check online reviews. Here at Follow Alice, we fall into the value for money category. We aim to provide the most professional service and uncompromising safety standards, but without unessential, cost-inflating expenditures. From a luxury operator, you can expect fancier before and after accommodation, and certain luxuries on the mountain, such as bottled water and portable showers. We recommend looking to see what these extras are to decide if they matter to you. We don't recommend choosing a budget operator because they are only able to offer such a fee by cutting back on costs like mountain crew training and salaries, safety and camping equipment, and the quality and quantity of food. We strongly advise checking whether a Kilimanjaro tour operator is a KPAP approved partner. The Kilimanjaro Porters Assistance Project is a local non-profit charity in Tanzania, concerned with upholding the fair treatment and pay for Kilimanjaro mountain crew and operational safety standards on the mountain. A tour operator's absence from this list may signal a compromise in ethics, sustainability, and safety. We've posted the KPAP website link in the description for those of you who are interested. So, what to pack for a Kilimanjaro climb? You'll be exposed to a wide spectrum of weather conditions and temperatures on your journey to 5,895 meters above sea level. Mount Kilimanjaro has 5 distinct climate bands, or zones. At lowest altitudes, banana and coffee farms soon give way to lush, humid rainforests, where most hiking trailheads begin. You next ascend into moorland, where the air is drier, to walk amongst giant groundsels and lobelias, and eventually cross into the alpine desert. Vegetation becomes increasingly sparse and temperatures ever cooler. Finally, as you near the summit, you enter an Arctic zone, where you're in a world of ice, glaciers, and rock. The cold can be harsh and plummet well below zero. This ever-changing climate and landscape is what makes Mount Kilimanjaro such a joy to climb. But it also means that in the span of just a few days, you can go from wearing shorts and a t-shirt to battling sub-zero Arctic temperatures in a cocoon of wintry layers. We won't go into every granular detail in this video for the sake of time. However, you simply cannot summit Kilimanjaro without packing the following 3 items: water-resistant trekking boots and thermal socks, a waterproof winter jacket made from insulating material like down, a 4-season sleeping bag that can handle -18 degrees Celsius temperatures, When it comes to the rest of your wardrobe, light and airy will probably do the trick at lower elevations. Think trekking shorts and trousers and a top. Very good rain gear is always key to have handy as well. Kilimanjaro is very unpredictable. As you gain in altitude, the additions of fleece and a wind and waterproof jacket will grow more necessary with the fresher air. Night times anywhere on the mountain are cold, so expect to be sporting your warmest gear at camp. Then, once you break 5,000 meters, your insulated jacket, base layer thermals, winter gloves, and hat will become your best friends. To carry all of this gear, you will need a comfy day backpack, ideally with a hydration bladder for easy drinking, and a large duffel bag or something similarly squishy for your porter to carry, with a maximum of 18 kilograms of contents. If you could only take 7 additional things besides your clothes and your sleeping bag, it would likely be any medication you are taking, SPF sun cream and lip balm, polarized sunglasses to shield your eyes, power bank to charge your electronics and camera, toiletries including wet wipes, remember no showers on the mountain, a durable 1-liter water bottle, and trekking poles. Please check out our Packing List blog article, which takes a microscopic, in-depth look at every item, gadget, and piece of clothing needed for your climb. We've popped the link in the description for those of you interested. How challenging is Mount Kilimanjaro, and how physically prepared should you be? Make no mistake, Kilimanjaro is a tough cookie. It's true that on one hand, it's widely considered one of the world's safest and most accessible high-altitude climbs, meaning no equipment or technical experience is required. Many climbers of all ages and abilities succeed every year, yet many will agree that it's firmly one of their hardest-fought physical accomplishments. When surveyed post-event, climbers gave an average of 7 out of 10 for overall difficulty. So what can you do to prepare? The best practice is to hike long distances and ideally a light but active exercise and cardio regime beginning 4 to 8 weeks before your climb. Strong, conditioned legs will make it more comfortable to sustain long periods of uphill and downhill walking. Think squats, lunges, and step-ups. Aerobic fitness allows the muscle to function more efficiently with less oxygen. And finally, a positive mental attitude can be your savior when fatigue and doubt arise. Having said all of this, one important fact must be highlighted. The vast majority of failed summit attempts have nothing to do with muscle strength, aerobic fitness, or tiredness. It's the altitude sickness. And this brings us nicely onto our next chapter. The two main dangers in climbing Kilimanjaro are the elements and altitude sickness. So long as you pack the right clothing and climb with a professionally equipped, reputable operator, you don't need to concern yourself with the cold or weather. As to altitude sickness, it's important to understand that it can affect anyone, regardless of age, fitness, or health. It is not uncommon to feel mild symptoms beyond 3,000 meters. In fact, more than 75% of climbers experience some mild forms of AMS, like headache, nausea, shortness of breath, and loss of appetite. However, severe cases, although rare, can be dangerous and even fatal and need immediate action or medical attention. So how can you ensure strong safety on the mountain? Please visit your GP before your climb for a full health checkup. He or she may also be able to prescribe Diamox or a similar drug which can suppress mild symptoms. Closely consider which route you are taking. As discussed before, the acclimatization profile is the single most important factor for selecting your route. Do not rush or attempt your climb too quickly, both in terms of walking pace and the amount of days on the mountain. Walking more slowly and taking an extra day on the mountain can be the difference between success and failure. Choose your tour operator wisely. Remember that in the unlikely scenario that something goes wrong, you're going to be relying on the expertise and professionalism of your mountain crew. Medical emergencies do occur, so make sure that you are supported by a highly trained, properly equipped team. Again, KPAP accreditation is a good resource to check. Eat well, stock up on good nutrition, and drink plenty of water. You should be drinking 3 liters of water per day and eating all meals provided, even if you don't particularly feel hungry. A strong and nourished body is key to overcoming those tough final days. Lastly, the importance of honesty and clear communication with your mountain team. You place yourself in greatest danger when health problems or symptoms are hidden or ignored. Persevering with severe altitude sickness can be fatal. Your team is there to support you every step of the way, so speak up. Here at Follow Alice, every single lead guide is a certified wilderness first responder, the highest level of safety certification on Mount Kilimanjaro. We also conduct daily health checks of all our climbers on the mountain, including the use of pulse oximeters to monitor your oxygen saturation and pulse rate. And of course, we are proud partners of KPAP, so you are in really great hands with us at Follow Alice. What happens if you cannot continue? In the unfortunate event that you cannot continue with your climb, you will be escorted down the mountain. Descending is the best way to treat altitude sickness, and in the event of a serious emergency, or if somebody is too sick or injured to walk or be carried on a stretcher down the mountain, they will be evacuated by helicopter. Please check with your tour operator and ask them about their safety measures. This is absolutely number one priority on Kilimanjaro and cannot be compromised on. Finally, some people often wonder what a typical day is like on the mountain and how you experience different aspects of daily living. We need to eat, of course, use the toilet, take care of personal hygiene, and unwind after a long day's hike. And naturally, on a mountainside, this will be a little different to back home. Let's take a look at a day in the life on Mount Kilimanjaro with Follow Alice. Most days will usually begin nice and early with a breakfast at around 5, 6 or 7 a.m. Throughout your climb, you will be provided with locally sourced, healthy and nutritious meals cooked fresh every day by your cook. Our menus have been carefully designed to ensure the food is easy to digest and provides plenty of energy. Expect fresh veg, fruits, meat, nuts and other yummy snacks. Any special requirements regarding your menu? No worries, we can cater for that too. When nature calls, you'll have access to a private Follow Alice client-only toilet tent set up at each camp, meaning you can forego the busier, often less clean public toilet huts. Whilst on trail, you'll have to pop behind a rock or bush. Fixed showers do not exist on Mount Kilimanjaro. However, a daily bowl of hot washing water will be provided to freshen up your hands and face, also known on the mountain as washi-washi. Wet wipes and cloths are useful for cleaning your body, and dry shampoo is what we recommend for hair. Wet shampooing at altitude can make you unwell with the cold, so we do not recommend it. Each morning, you will be briefed by your climbing team on the day ahead. Our lead guides, Chris and Robert, have many decades of experience climbing Mount Kilimanjaro and have summited hundreds of times between them. Tanzanian hospitality is second to none, so you're bound to strike up some wonderful close bonds and friendships with your crew. There are lots of very sweet and kind souls within the Follow Alice team, so you're truly in brilliant hands. You can expect to hike between 4 to 8 hours per day, depending on the route. Breaks and rests will occur frequently, and on longer hiking days, a warm meal stop will be provided. Otherwise, a cold lunch will be the order of the day. Once camp has been reached, it is your chance to unwind, and on most days, you will have a significant chunk of the afternoon and evening to recuperate, socialize, eat, and chill out. Watch the sunset, chat with others, play cards, or review your photography. Most climbers are pretty knackered and enjoy a relatively early sleep after dinner. Do note that no plugs or electricity are found on the mountain, so a power pack is essential. And there is very limited mobile coverage, meaning internet and communication with the outside world will be put largely on freeze. Most really enjoy the digital detox, however, so embrace it. On summit night, you will embark for Uhuru Peak at around midnight. Most find it difficult to sleep at this altitude anyway, and it also means that you reach the top perfectly for sunrise. A truly spectacular sight. So there you have it, the A to Z. If this has you jumping around the room with excitement, make sure to check out our website to take a peek at our wonderful Tanzania trips and itineraries. Our friendly team are always on hand to discuss and offer their advice and expertise for a trip. They cannot wait to chat. Finally, if you have enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe for more informative adventure travel content. We really appreciate it, guys. This is Jess reporting from Follow Alice and from the entire Tanzania team. Safe travels, everyone!